Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his... Guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Front stand, defense. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Indy. Recon, 132 fighter. Check. What? Squeeze.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Five.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Young working out of the gun. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They can't hang with us.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. read.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Shoot!
Blue jaw quarters.
57, Mike. Go.
Hey, Haywood.
57, Mike, 57. Drop deep. 57.
Now.
57 to Mike. I'm coming.
Now.
Now a second down throw for Young. This will be caught by Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Brown, 30 yards. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
Mike, 54. All day, baby.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
It's just me and you.
From the gun, here's Newton. And Diggs has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Here's Newton. And that will be incomplete. So the defense. Able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Bears take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Second and 10.
Come on.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Tighten up.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Touchdown, Chicago! Terry McLaurin, 73 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Brown. Muscling free near the 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Leo! Hey, Zoo! Hey! Let's go! Get set, Lee Griffin!
From just shy of midfield, Young. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Chicago. 43 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pretty move. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's their quarterback. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. As the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's see what you got. Check.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after one. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd down, Fields. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the gun, Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fields. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Fields. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Boswell's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now a first down throw for Young. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down.
Greystone travel.
57.
Hey, Echo.
57 to Mike. 57.
Yo, go.
Here we go. Hey, check.
From the shotgun, it's Young. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Let's go.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Young looks to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
57, Mike, 57. Now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Topper!
49, check 49, check 49.
Bam! Joe, jackrabbit, come on! Get it!
It'll be Young again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Ready! 6-6, pull it high.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 24, check 24. He's coming. Double up, double up.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Rush in.
Recon, 132 fighter.
25, check 25, check 25.
Hey, wahoo! 5.
Now Young on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
On the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
No.
General West. Hey, Alpha.
Come on, let's go. 57. Mike, 57. I got you.
Go.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Hit it.
Again, it's Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready. 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want...
Stephon Diggs, 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On first down, it's Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Dancing to his left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Second and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Second and 4. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Mike 22. You. Mike 22, Mike 22. Come on, D. Shut up.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
First down, Bears.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Go. Hey, exit.
Check. Fresh now.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Double dog, that's the way.
Go.
Young now to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6.
Look at me. Go.
Just like that.
Here's Young, operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
Set the turn, defense.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it on.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Ready? 18,
Hey, 50's the mic, 50's the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Check. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check.
Hey, orbit. Now.
From just shy of midfield, Young got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Protein spills.
Watch the shot. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 31. Hey.
Up it.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
You got tape.
Greystone travel. Smooth.
Young from the gun, he'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Matchbox lights. Hey, Delta.
Let's go, baby. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Yep.
Free bud. 57's the mic.
5.
Operating from the gun. Young. The 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
It's just
Topper!
Lights 57's right. Here we go, D.
Spud!
Come again. Here I come.
On 2nd down, Young again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want. Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15, line it. Hey, Hayward.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Check.
Ready, ready?
Back to it after the pick 6. Young. That is caught by Cohen. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it second down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
On the ready.
57 Mike. Check tight. Check 26. Check 26.
Recon, 132 fighter.
57.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Hey!
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
80 weapons.
76.
Hey, shoot. Go.
Mike 29. Bring it.
Go.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no...
And he will take it out in for a Bengals touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 66 yards as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
53 to Mike. 53.
From the gun, Fields. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Young. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 37.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as understand where they are in the field?
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry. Get it.
Here's Hines. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check. 3 down.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They come out here in the eye. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. They run with Hines. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. This is Hines. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the court.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Chicago, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded at the goal line. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Vikings! Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hit the
Come to our work. We want it. Come to we're going to swing.
First down, Prescott. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Got it. Hey.
Watch the run. Ringer, guys. Fight.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Past the 20. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Even
not the tie. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Prescott. Johnson's got it complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater on to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, they're stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Third down and 5.
There we go.
58, come on. Down to lose 1.
26.
Looking to throw, Prescott. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Yeah.
Get in the right room.
Protein spell.
51, Mike, 51.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 93 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got it at the 15. He got 29 yards that time. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
On deck, defense, on deck, on deck. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
Here we go, 47.
58's the mark. 58's the mark.
26.
Prescott got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Wide, get wide.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Go. Hey, Foxtrot.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Wahoo! Ready?
Second and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. He'll drop to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down now, it's Cook.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Prescott going to come up first and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Now Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10. Now Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. In for the score. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in a second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down, and the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. Johnson, the intended target.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one.
And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
There we go, kill. Check. Sponge. No. 26.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
47.
58.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to go for a big play downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary Conley. Johnson was the intended receiver. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Room
here to run. A big play there for Minnesota. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
Nice job, bro.
Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott Good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter has now recorded.
What's the call? Kill.
Prescott off play action. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. They're going to look to throw. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Now the second down throw on target. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long for Prescott. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run. Cook. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
Hey, Haywood!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Go to 18 Gator. Greystone travel.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
We got 3. Three down.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 26-yard.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Kill. 27.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard.
It almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
1st down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Prescott now. Screenplay, Johnson. And give him 9 yards on the second down screenplay. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing. Prescott. Flushed out right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Back at the 28-yard line.
One last shot now for Prescott. And he's going to go down again.
Sack down.
Tonight's final
A
score.
big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.